Rockeyez would like to welcome Neal Middleton, frontman of Royal Bliss. Hey man, what's up? How's everything going?
Going good, man. Just at home right now, resting for a couple days before we hit the road again on Friday. But it's definitely good to be home with the family for a minute.
Cool. The 8th studio release, 15 years in the business, new CD, waiting out the storm. How's it feel?
Feels good. We've been through the ringer in this industry, so this CD is kind of like our first attempt of really doing it on our own, We got our management team, but, we've hired our publicists out and hire our radio and do everything that a major label would do. And the way we recorded it was, we picked out the songs that we loved and had a producer that believed in Royal Bliss and our sound and wanted to produce that sound. And Brian Virtue, who's, he's an amazing producer. He's done a lot of great acts out there. It's cool to actually, it's all us. 100% of this whole process so far is just 100% Royal Bliss. So it's the first time of really not having anybody over our heads telling us what to do and when we could do things. And so, I don't know, it's been a liberating experience for sure.
Very cool. Now, on the physical disc and the disc and what you get from iTunes, iTunes offer up a couple extra tracks. Is that like a mandatory thing if you order from iTunes?
No, it's one of those things where we were just, we had a few extra tracks that we had done, like an acoustic version of one song and then a couple others that just didn't make the record. And we had actually had the record mastered and ready to go probably 6, 7, almost a year ago. And we didn't have the other bonus tracks time. And so the CD was done, and we were out on tour and had a few days off in Nashville and just popped into the studio and went in and recorded these other tracks, and they turned out really good. So we're just like, yeah, let's put them up as a, kind of deluxe edition on iTunes. And iTunes always likes it when you do stuff like that too. So
very cool.
Kind of have the, iTunes special offer. One of the tracks has got, explicit lyrics in it. So
wow.
That we just decided to keep it on there, an edited version and the regular version.
Okay, and let's get to some of the tracks. Let's get to IGot This. What do you wake up one morning and say, hey guy, I'm going to write a song about my penis?
Yeah. No, we've been friends for a long time. And he was just complaining, you never write songs about me, and, it's kind of like, all right. So it just kind of, it was about time that I wrote a song about my little buddy.
So it just popped up, right?
Yeah, it just kind of, it just popped up is what happened. But yeah, it's just kind of like our raunchy sex song, it's just that kind of the vibe of it, of the guitar riff, and Taylor started shredding it, and the lyrics just kind of came out, and I don't know. So it was funny because I actually used the word. I think I finished the song with my dick, and at the show, so everybody's like, "You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that." I was like, so now I tell kids that it's a song about a guitar.
Okay. Let's get.
So if you think about it, it kind of works. As, it's a song about a guitar.
Yeah. Wow, the next song is Crazy, which is a phenomenal song. I think of this, a lot, like, since I'm a dad, too. And I miss so much of my kids' stuff. My daughter playing soccer, or my son playing baseball, or whatever it is. And, you're always at work, and, they're at school having a chorus, and you can't make it. Tell me a little bit about your feelings towards that song. Crazy.
Well, it is one of those, I even talk to parents that whenever they listen to it, and, that they say it sucks even being away at work during the day, away from, my son now is one's 6 months and the other's 4 years, and, when they're 6 months old and that young, they go through so many changes on a daily basis, and things happen so rapidly that, you can miss out on so much. Luckily, every time I came home for 2 days in the middle of this last tour, and he rolled over for the first time for me, which was nice. Yeah, something as little as that, like being there for the first time he rolled over by himself, and then now I'm in town and I found his first tooth, so I was stoked that I got to find his first tooth, and I mean, those little milestones that you just kind of, you know, I mean, it's big. It's big, and as for a parent, I mean, the kid doesn't really care, but you're like, at least I'm there for certain moments. And my other one, it's like, you know, I miss out on so much, you know, it's, you know, the sports he's doing during the spring, and you know, little art projects he brings home from school, and when he's so excited about it, you know, bring it to you and give it to you. Look, Dad, what I made, and you know, even just parents that have to be, you know, do 8 to 12-hour shifts, or if you got to go out of town for a business trip over the weekend. I mean, you look forward to it to a point, because it is stressful being a parent, but then you just miss your kids so damn much when you're out there. And I mean, it's that song for me. I'm gone for months at a time, and you know, again, those lyrics just kind of came out, and it sucks. And my oldest son's starting to be like, Dad, come home and don't play any more concerts, and I miss you, and when are you coming back, and please don't leave, and you know, all these things that just rip your heart out. And
oh, yeah.
that's what that song's about, you know, like when I think about the military, and I mean, so many people got to be away 6 months, 9 months at a time. That's just got to be so freaking hard. You miss out on so much, so.
Most definitely. Do you feel that you're actually lucky that you actually get to do something you actually love? And I would, more than 50% of the American people or people in the world can't stand what they're working. Yeah,
you know, I mean, and that's part of the reason I keep doing it. You know, I mean, it makes me happy. I don't want to be a happy dad, and it's, you know, it's a lot of hard work, and every day, I mean, it's a grind being out there playing and touring, and I mean, it's so much more work than people think. And but I also want to show to my kids that, you know, this was my dream, and I followed my dream, and I'm still following it and making it happen, and you know, out there doing it every day, and I want to let them know that they can follow their dreams, and as hard as it might be, and as difficult, it's worth it. It's worth the ride. You know, it's better than to do it, and even if you don't reach the ultimate goal that you set, but at least you tried. Because if you don't try, you just never know. You know, if you just settle with some dead-end job that you're making money, and that's all that really matters, instead of being happy to go to work every day. You know, it's like, I mean, I can't imagine myself doing anything else. This is, you know, this is my passion. This is my life. So.
Cool. How is it? How is it being on The Voice?
It was weird. It was really weird. It was definitely not my world. And you know, I mean, when I did the show, when I agreed to do it, we had just had our second boy, Wesley, and he had just been born. And it was basically the week after he was born, I said, all right, I'll go and do it. And I flew down the next week to do the initial audition for it. And my wife had to have him all natural,
right,
because we couldn't afford insurance. And we paid a little too much money to have Medicaid, and not enough money to be able to afford health insurance. And the delivery process was really rough. I mean, I could have lost them both. It didn't go smooth at all.
Wow.
And so it was just kind of a reality check. It was just like, oh man, what am I doing? I should have a normal job with health insurance and have my family in the hospital. It's safe.
Wow.
And instead I was there in this house with, you know, some nurse, not even a nurse, you know, just like a person that went to school to learn how to be a midwife. And you know, it really kind of set in at that point. We didn't have a release date for the CD, and you know, no insurance. I'm like, you know, here I am, 33 years old, just like, what am I doing with myself? And so I said, you know, I'll give this a shot. It could be a good thing for the band. It could be a great thing for me and my family. Or it could end the band, you know, and the band was supportive of it. And being down there, you know, it just wasn't my world. You know, I'm a rocker, and in the pop world down there, it was kind of interesting. But I mean, I don't know that I'd ever do it again. But I'm glad I did it. It's another one of those things where I, you know, stuck my chin out there, and if I wouldn't have done it, I probably would have regretted it.
So
I'm glad.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead. Did they pick the song, or did you pick it?
They picked the song for me.
Okay.
So, I mean, they gave me that, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to rock it out and be myself with it, and I rocked it as hard as I could.
Cool.
But that's not what they were looking for.
I know the fans were very pissed off, because I was reading some of the stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, and they weren't happy.
Oh, no.
You know.
Yeah.
What can you
Which
do?
was, I mean, that was awesome. You know, sitting there and watching the rage and the support of fans, and everybody hitting me up, please don't quit, and don't give up, and I'll buy you insurance, and you know, all these things. And and it was remarkable to see the response from the fans. I mean, it was really kind of a fire under my ass to be like, you got it. And luckily, I mean, I'm like, we released our CD. I'm out on tour. Everything's good. I've never felt better about where the direction we're going. We're in control of everything, and just to see all the passion and support the fans had, it was really, I mean, it was inspiring to me. So, I mean, that was the best thing to come out of that show. Plus, they flew my family down and put us up in a hotel for a week and paid us, so that was nice.
Cool. Now, since you got a family now, what's your feeling about the world that we live in right at this time?
It's rough, Before we decided to have the first kid, we had that conversation. It's just like, do we want to bring a child into this world? And I mean, it's a cycle. You always hope. I mean, if you live in negativity and just pessimism that everything's going to be bad forever, and that all the negative things are going to happen to your child, then, I mean, you're just living in fear. So, I'm glad that I'm going to be the best father. My wife is absolutely amazing mom, and I want to give them the best opportunities and try to teach them the best I can, and to avoid all the negative things in life. And, if everything goes to crap, then, there's nothing you can really do about it at some point. But at least, I got to have that time with my family and my kids, and I try to be as positive as possible about the future. I think you still can make it what you want.
Cool.
And so I mean, they're here. I can't put them back, and I never would. So I want to try to give them the best life I possibly can. As scary as some of the things are out there with the technology and kids having sex and doing drugs so young, I'm a guy that's been through pretty much everything, so I can help my kid through those things even at a young age.
Cool. What's the next step for Royal Bliss?
We just plan on staying out on the road. We just want to be touring. We should have a big tour announcement this weekend, or maybe early next week. And just stay out on the road, and we love writing music. I mean, just keep writing songs, hopefully do another record, and whether it's a national, international release, or just a release that's regional. And then, we love making music, everyone in the band. I mean, this is our life, so we'll keep playing it, and hopefully this year will be a good year for us. I mean, we definitely want to get out there and tour other countries, and have as much success as we possibly can at it, and be able to provide for our families and fly them out every once in a while and take them to Disneyland and shit like that. But I don't know. We just we're gonna keep doing what we do, and hopefully get some more recognition and get to see the world and play music.
Cool. Congratulations on waiting out the storm, and I wish you guys the best. Would you like
Thank
to say
you very much.
You want to say anything to your fans out there?
Just, thanks for keeping us alive. Sorry I'm talking so much. I'm a big talker sometimes, but, I want to, and thanks to, guys like you out there writing about bands like us and keeping, trying to put us out there, and just support your local musicians. They're the ones struggling more than anybody right now, and they need the support. Go out and buy their CD and help them out, encourage them to keep doing their music if it's something you love. So, buy your records from independent record stores. They're the people that started us in the beginning. And, yeah, hopefully if we're in the area, come watch us play. We have a really good time, and we'll give you the best show we possibly can.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time.
No problem. Bye-bye.
All right, brother. Bye.